Let me ask you something honestly. Why can you spend 4 straight hours playing video games without even noticing time pass, but struggle to read 10 minutes of a book that could genuinely improve your life? Why can you scroll endlessly on TikTok with zero resistance, yet the idea of a 20-minute workout feels unbearable? This isn't a discipline problem. It's not laziness. It's not a lack of willpower. Your brain has been miswired. And here's the good news. If it was trained this way, it can be retrained. Today, I'm going to break down how motivation actually works in the brain, why easy pleasure has hijacked your reward system, and most importantly, how to reprogram your mind so effort becomes just as addictive as scrolling your phone. This won't feel comfortable at first, but on the other side of that discomfort is the version of you you've always known was possible. Stay with me until the end, because I'll show you the neurological strategy elite athletes and high performers use to fall in love with effort itself. Let's begin. What's actually happening in your brain? Your brain runs on dopamine, but not all dopamine is the same. There's instant dopamine. Fast, cheap, effortless. This comes from sugar, social media, porn, video games, endless entertainment. No effort required, just stimulation on demand. Then there's earned dopamine, the kind that comes after struggle. After a hard workout, after finishing something difficult, after pushing through resistance. This dopamine is delayed, but it lasts longer. And it actually builds confidence, resilience, and meaning. Here's the problem. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between the two. To your brain, dopamine is dopamine. So if you flood your system with constant easy pleasure, you slowly destroy your ability to enjoy effort. This is where homeostasis comes in. Your body is always trying to balance itself. When pleasure spikes too high, pain rises to compensate. That's why after a day of binge watching, you feel empty. After hours of scrolling, you feel anxious. After junk food, you feel worse than before. Your brain is restoring balance. Over time, dopamine receptors become numb. You need more stimulation to feel anything at all. The first video excites you. The 100th barely registers. You keep scrolling not because it feels good, but because your brain is chasing stimulation, not satisfaction. Meanwhile, real effort starts to feel unbearable. Not because it's too hard, but because your reward system is broken. That's what it means to have a miscalibrated brain. How you fix it. The part no one likes. You intentionally make your life a little more boring. This is called dopamine fasting. And no, it's not a trend. It's real neuroscience. When you temporarily remove cheap stimulation, your brain is forced to find reward elsewhere. Suddenly, a walk feels refreshing. Reading becomes engaging. Exercise starts to feel meaningful. Nothing changed about those activities. Your brain did. You don't need to eliminate pleasure forever. You just need periods of low stimulation where your nervous system can reset. The real hack, friction control. Here's where everything shifts. Willpower is limited. You cannot rely on it. What you can control is friction, the energy required to start a behavior. Make good habits easier to start than bad ones. Want to read more but always end up on your phone? Don't rely on discipline. Put the book on your pillow. Leave your phone in another room. Now reading has zero friction. Scrolling has resistance. Want to work out in the morning but keep delaying? Sleep in your workout clothes. Put your shoes next to the bed. Now movement is automatic. You're not fighting your brain. You're redesigning the environment so your brain has fewer choices. The wall of discomfort. Even with low friction, you'll hit resistance, usually between minute 2 and 5. Your brain says, "This feels awful. Stop." Most people quit here. They think discomfort means something is wrong, but neuroscience shows the opposite. This moment is where neuroplasticity happens. Neuroplasticity is your brain physically rewiring itself. No pain, no change. If you quit before the wall, nothing happens. Push past it, and your brain adapts. The most powerful technique. Effort anchoring. Most people motivate themselves with outcomes. When this is over, I'll feel good. That's future dopamine. Your brain can't access it now. Effort anchoring works differently. You train your brain to release dopamine during discomfort. How? By changing your internal dialogue. When it hurts, don't say, "This is terrible." Say, "This is hard, and that's why it works." Smile during the discomfort. Literally. Studies show smiling during effort increases dopamine release. You're teaching your brain that pain equals progress. Do this long enough and something strange happens. You start craving effort. Not because you're disciplined, but because your brain learned where real reward lives. Identity is the final shift. That internal negotiation never disappears. Even disciplined people feel it. The difference is they already know who wins. Not because they feel motivated, but because their identity is set. Stop saying, "I'm going to work out." Start saying, "I'm someone who trains." Stop saying, "I'll try to read more." Start saying, "I'm a reader." Actions follow identity automatically. Final truth. Your brain wasn't broken by accident. It was trained, and it can be retrained. Reduce friction for good habits. Increase friction for bad ones. Expect discomfort. Smile when it arrives. Fall in love with effort, not outcomes. Easy lives make weak minds. Challenging lives build powerful ones. The choice is yours. If this shifted how you see motivation, leave a like and subscribe for more applied neuroscience. And if you're ready to start, comment. I choose effort. That's how I'll know who's serious. You weren't born disciplined. You can build that brain, and it starts now.